Okay, so now let's go over how you hold the guitar properly. So we'll start off by taking our guitars, and this little groove in the body here, again, might be slightly different for your exact guitar, how it looks, but most guitars will have some sort of groove in here. That little groove is meant to sit on either your right or your left leg. This depends on what's more comfortable for you. There's no right or wrong answer here. Most classical guitar players tend to have their guitar on their left leg, and most everybody else tends to have it on their right leg. But whatever's more comfortable for you, play around with both, see what you like better. I personally prefer it on my right leg. Now we're also going to take the back of the body and we're going to rest that up against our own bodies so that it's nice and tight against us. We don't want it to be leaning all the way forward like this. We don't want it leaning all the way over like that. Nice and tight up against our bodies. And whatever our dominant hand is, so if we're right-handed, our dominant hand's our right hand, like me, our right hand will be holding onto the body and our other hand will be the one we use to fret notes. But we're not going to worry about that just now. Another thing we need to do is take the crease of our elbow and have that somewhere in the general area of this part of the guitar. Again, not an exact science, doesn't exactly matter, whatever's comfortable for you. And our hand will be hovering over the hole in the middle, or just somewhere in the middle of the body here. Again, whatever's comfortable for you, you'll find something that fits. Only other thing we need to go through before we can start making noise is these. I'm not entirely convinced you can see that. But take my word for it, I'm holding something in my hand. These are called plectrums, but plectrum's a big, long, boring word. So instead we just call them picks. And these are what we use to pick the strings and make noises. So we're going to go through how we can hold them now as well. Okay, so let me just start by saying there's no one correct way to hold a pick. Whatever feels comfortable for you, that is the best way for you to hold it, basically. Everybody's different. The longer you play guitar, the more you will find what feels good for you. I'm just going to show you a basic starting point. This is how I hold my pick, and I've found that it's worked well for most of my students so far. So what we're going to do is take our right hand, here's mine, this is the hand that will hold the pick, and we're going to give ourselves a thumbs up, because we're happy that we're playing guitar. Yay, we're proud of ourselves. Then we're going to take the pick, and we're going to rest it on our index finger, just finger number 1, and we're going to have the pointy end of the pick just sticking out a little bit over the nail of our index finger. And we bring our thumb down on top of it, and we use that to hold the pick in place. So that tiny amount of the pick that's sticking out between our thumb and index finger, that is what we're going to use to play the strings.